Hey guys, what's up? It's Maxine here and I'm a unicorn. It's actually Halloween today and I've been meaning to come out with like a fall or Halloween related video for weeks and weeks now, but I've been really consumed with my sister's wedding because my sister got married and I was the maid of honor for her wedding and it was so much fun and it was such an experience, but it really took up a lot of my time. So plus I work full time, so I wasn't able to come out with like a fall or Halloween video, but I figured since I'm literally dressed like a unicorn right now, why not sit down and do a quick video? When I got home, I realized we really weren't getting any trick-or-treaters anyway. I feel like not as many people trick-or-treat anymore, and maybe that's just like the town I live in, I don't know, but nobody's even ringing the doorbell, so I figured I would just come film a video before I washed all of my unicorn amazingness away. I have my jack-o'-lantern. I feel like I'm saying that weird, jack-o'-lantern. And I love this decoration that I have behind me. It's like fall flowers and acorns and it's really festive and fall themed. It's so funny that I'm doing this video right now dressed like a unicorn, but hey, why not? Okay, so my iPad's all charged up and ready to go. Just kidding, it's on 3%. Yeah, so I'm just gonna find some like fall Halloween related questions for like a tag video, and I'm just gonna answer some random questions that are related to the season and Halloween. So yeah, if you wanna watch me answer random Halloween fall questions dressed as a unicorn, then definitely keep watching. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more future videos. And leave me a comment below telling me what you dressed up as for Halloween because I would love to know. And honestly, it's gonna give me ideas on what to dress up as in the future, and Halloween is such a fun holiday. Why not dress up and be crazy and whatever? Oh yeah, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's just @MaxineGlynn. And go check it out because I posted some Halloween hairstyles, so if you want to know what they are, go check them out. Okay, let's get into the video. Halloween tag questions. I don't even know if anybody's even going to care to watch this video, but honestly, I like watching videos like this because at least in the beginning of the season, I mean right now it's Halloween, so like it's over, but when it's like the beginning of the season, it gets you in the mood for the season and autumn and fall and pumpkins and yeah, it just gets you in the spirit of the season, so I like watching these types of videos. Alright, the first question is, have you ever played with a Ouija board? Yes, I have played with a Ouija board. And let me tell you, it is some crazy shit. The last time I played with a Ouija board was probably when I was like 13 years old. And I just swore I would like never play with it again because I feel like I believe in the spirit world and stuff, and one huge thing to know is like, if you believe in it at least, I feel like the #1 rule is don't summon something that you don't know how to banish. I completely believe in all of that stuff, but I don't know if it's such a good idea to start summoning up spirits if you don't really know how to get rid of them, get rid of unwanted stuff. So anyways, but I'll just tell you a really quick story about what happened to me when I played with the Ouija board when I was 13. I was sitting in my living room in the house that I grew up in, and it was my sister and a couple of friends. I think it was one friend or maybe two or whatever, but we were sitting in the living room and it was a fall day. It was kind of windy, but I guess not really. It wasn't like storming out or anything. It was like a normal day. But anyways, yeah, we were sitting around the table and we were playing with the Ouija board, like being stupid, you know, just kind of, I think we were even messing around, like faking it, like people were pushing it, you know, like, you know how everybody does that when you play with a Ouija board. I feel like there's always like one friend out of the group that will kind of mess with it and make everybody think that something's happening. So I think we did that a little bit, and we were just messing around, it was fun, and so everything was going fine, but it started to get kind of creepy at some point, obviously, and randomly at some point, the front door blew open. It just blew wide open, and we all ran over to where the front door was because it was right next to the living room, and obviously nobody was there, and the door was open, and we ran down to go shut it, but that was like, I don't know, I know it's like such a random thing, but it was creepy because it wasn't, I don't remember it being that windy out, but it was just creepy in general because we were playing with a Ouija board. Like obviously, if you're playing with a creepy Ouija board and believe that it could be real, and then the door flies open, like obviously, it made me really not ever want to play with it again because like, that's no joke. Like, it's definitely not a game. Ouija boards are not a game. Okay, the creepiest thing, this is like turning into a supernatural video. All right, am I superstitious? I guess kind of, yeah. Like, I feel like probably not like extremely superstitious, but little things. Like if something happens and I'm afraid that it's gonna happen, I'll say God forbid, or like I'll knock on wood, or I think one of the only things that I can really think of at the moment that I actually do is like when you're walking with somebody, like in the mall or somewhere, and there's like a pole in the middle of the room, or like, you know, when you're walking through the mall and there's like this big columns and stuff, or if there's like a street sign on the sidewalk or any type of pole that you're near, if you're walking with somebody and you split the pole, meaning like if one person goes on one side of the pole and the other person goes on the other side of the pole, the superstition is that you won't be friends in the future, or you won't be connected in the future. Like you'll have some kind of like breaking of the relationship in the future. So the superstition is don't split the pole. So if you're walking with a friend and you see your friend is going one way around the pole, follow them. Now, I guess that's like a stupid superstition, but I don't know, I just feel like that kind of makes sense. It's like symbolic, so I kind of believe in that one. Oh yeah, and if you accidentally split the pole, you're supposed to walk back and like go around it the way that your friend went or whatever, and people are gonna be like, you're a psycho because that's not real, and why are you running back to go around the pole? But whatever. Do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision? I can never say that word. Peripheral, I think that's the way they say it. But do I ever see figures? No, I don't see figures in my peripheral vision. But I definitely can see auras, and I don't see it all the time. It's something that like you have to practice in order to really see it good. But an aura is basically like a field of energy, and I can see that occasionally. Sometimes it's like really random when it happens. Do you prefer gore or thrillers? What's the difference? I feel like that's the same thing. And I love scary movies, but I feel like I like the more paranormal type of scary movies rather than like the gory, gross scary movies. Like I'll watch those too. Me and my boyfriend watched a movie the other night. It was called Would You Rather? And that was a crazy movie. It was definitely gory and like gross, a lot of the movie. But yeah, I feel like, what's the difference? I don't know the difference there, but it's funny because this video is turning out me basically just saying how I believe in spirits, I can see auras, I'm psycho. And the next question is, do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds? And that's why I'm saying like this video is turning into me being like crazy, because I do believe in that. But I'm literally not going into that long story right now because I feel like there's a lot of information that goes into like multiple dimensions and parallel universes, and it's really cool. Like, I don't know, I kind of like treat those subjects as like mind candy. It's kind of fun to think about and interesting and kind of mind-blowing, but yes, I do believe in that. Do you get scared easily? It depends. Not really, but it depends. What an answer. You're home alone, but you hear footsteps in your house. What do you do? Is that really a question? You call the police. You literally take your phone out and you dial 911. And I feel like the first thing I would do is dial 911. And then I would go really quietly find my dog. I would find her because I would never want her to be like vulnerable to some crazy psychopath or whatever. But if you hear footsteps in your house, that is not good. Call the police. Don't be one of those people in those stupid scary movies that you see from the 90s that are like, I'm gonna go find out what that noise is, and then you're walking to go find out what the noise is, and people are watching you through a window being like, turn around, he's behind you. Don't be one of those people. If you hear something, don't find it. Don't go to friggin' search for the creepy noise or whatever, just call the police. If you could wear only one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would it be? Okay, I guess I would choose a witch. Surprise! I always dress as a witch. Like, I know I'm a unicorn right now, but every single year I pretty much dress as a witch. It's like my go-to costume. because it's easy and there's so many different ways you can dress it up. It's just fun. I love being a witch because it's like also a traditional costume. It's very festive for the season and Halloween, and I just love being a witch. You're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl? What? What does that mean? Oh, the last girl to survive? Are you the final girl, the first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer? Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm definitely not the killer. Unless they're trying to kill me, then you're dead. Mousy, come up! Definitely not the first to die, because I'm not gonna go find trouble. Definitely not the skeptic. I literally believe in everything. Like the final girl, because that means you're badass and you survived everything. Like the final girl literally gets to be in the sequel. Could be the comic relief. I could probably be the comic relief. Or the smart one, because I'm street smart. Yeah, the final girl. Do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep? Yes. Am I the only one in that? No, I feel like everybody has to watch something happy, even if it's like 15 minutes. Like, I cannot watch a really scary movie. Unless it's like a gory movie. I feel like those don't really scare me. Like, they're gross, but they're not like, ooh, I'm frightened. Like, I feel like I'm more scared of the paranormal stuff. Is this kind of comic relief right now because I'm talking about all this scary shit and I'm literally dressed as a unicorn? I feel like I should be scary. Are you the one who gets scared or the one who does the scaring? I do love scaring people. So I'm the one that will like run up behind you and boo! Some people think it's funny and some people probably hate me. While watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the characters, the person with their eyes covered the whole time, or the person who falls asleep? Okay, if it's a scary movie, I'm not falling asleep. If it's a really corny movie that, like I said before, somebody is like, the killer's right behind them and they're like ditzy, like looking around, like I'm gonna be like, behind you! If it's something like really scary, like I'm gonna cover my eyes and ears. But I feel like the only time I really cover like my eyes and ears, like for real, is like if an animal is being hurt or something. Like I'm really sensitive to animals being hurt. For the most part, like I can watch anything. But if an animal is being like hurt, I'm literally like, I don't even want to watch the movie anymore. But I'll still watch it, but I'll cover my eyes and ears. What was your first Halloween costume? Oh my god, how are you supposed to know this? Like, I don't really have, okay, I don't have anybody to ask. Okay, one of the very first costumes, as far back as I can remember, I wasn't very girly when I was a kid. I was a tomboy, so I was always like boy costumes. But I can remember being Batman. I was raised by my dad, okay? So I was Batman, and I was a Ninja Turtle, and I was the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz. Oh, and I was a Native American Indian with like a big headdress. Which two things tell you that the fall season has begun? I think that well, I live in New Jersey, so we do have all 4 seasons, but when the air starts to feel like crisp, kind of like cold and a little bit, it smells like fall. Like I feel like there's a time in New Jersey at the end of September when it starts to like feel in the air and smell like fall, and that's kind of how I know that fall is starting and like summer's officially over, because I love summer. And fall is, I'm obsessed with fall too. So summer and fall are my favorite seasons. So I always, at the very first 2 weeks of September, always get into like a funk because I'm so like, I just love summer and I want it to last forever and I don't want it to end. So I'm kind of depressed, but then I'm also kind of excited for fall also, and Halloween and autumn and the whole season. So I'm like in the middle, a little middle area kind of for a couple of weeks, but that's how I can officially tell when fall's starting. What's 2 things? I don't know, like the weather still. What do you love about autumn? Come on. Pumpkins and different colored leaves and pumpkin spice and apple cider and scary movies and the chilly weather. I love like boots and jackets and scarves and dressing crazy on Halloween. I just love all of that. What do you dislike about the season? I guess the only thing is that winter's around the corner, and although I love winter around the holidays, like Christmas, I love the Christmas season. also, but just knowing that like it's gonna be so long for summer again, like to come back. What are your favorite movies to watch in the fall Halloween? I love the traditional movies, like Hocus Pocus, obviously, love that movie. I have to watch it every year, and Halloween Town is a really, really good one. Practical Magic, love that. Nightmare Before Christmas. I definitely left out a lot, but I love Halloween movies. What's your pumpkin carving of choice? Scary. I guess I like the traditional, like really scary and creepy ones. Favorite fall scent? Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin from Bath & Body Works is amazing. Love Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin from Bath & Body Works. And like, I guess apple cinnamon, anything apple cinnamon I love in the fall. I think apple cinnamon smells good for Christmas as well. So yeah. Favorite fall drink? Pumpkin spice anything. Starbucks, come out with a vegan pumpkin spice, please. I loved pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks, but there's like milk in the flavoring, so you can't even like veganize it when you use soy or almond milk. But Dunkin' Donuts has a pumpkin spice like in the Keurig thing, but apple cider is amazing in the fall time. I love apple cider. Also like salted caramel things are so good. Favorite article of clothing this fall? My combat boots. Gotta love the combat boots. I wear them all the time. Haunted house, haunted hayride, or corn maze. How can you choose? Like I can't choose. I like them all. Okay, I'll tell you the order that I like them in. I like doing the haunted house because it's usually like an indoor thing and it gets you like really, really creeped out because you're like kind of enclosed. And then the corn maze because you're walking outside and it's like perfect fall night and it's really creepy because you're outside in the corn. And then after doing all of that walking, I love just sitting in a hayride and relaxing for the end of it. And then you go through a little gift shop and have hot cocoa, and it's just the best night ever. The scariest movie you've ever seen? I feel like the scariest movie I've ever seen is The Exorcism of Emily Rose. That's definitely like, I feel like hands down the scariest movie I've ever seen. It's paranormal, it's demonic, it's crazy, and even like the original Exorcist movie, I feel like isn't as scary as this Emily Rose one. Like, it's crazy. Favorite fall TV show? Well, this fall, me and Ryan are watching The Vampire Diaries. I already watched the season. I love The Vampire Diaries. It's one of my favorite shows, but he never watched like past maybe the first half of the first season. So we just decided like a couple months ago to watch the whole series together, and that's what we've been watching all fall, and I love it. Okay guys, so that's it for me, and those are all of my answered fall Halloween questions. Like I said, this video is really random, but I just thought it would be fun to sit here and answer some questions while I'm dressed as a magical unicorn, because why not? Yeah, so thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, follow me on Instagram at Maxine Glynn, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breathe.